Hey, it's Guillermo here. Thank you so much for coming out and watching this video log. I wanted to put this video log together to update you on some stuff that's going on with Google My Business. So, Google My Business is a pretty hot topic right now, and it's, when it comes to the local marketing space, it's pretty easy to sell. Just the simple fact that, there's a lot that Google has been adding to it over the last couple of months, and it requires more hands-on. Like, you can't just add a business anymore to Google My Business and expect it to produce any results, because it's kind of like purposeless, right? Like, it's no point at all. So they recently added a complaint form, and they're going to be adding them to each individual listing. So let's say, like, I find a listing that um has bad reviews or whatever, or like I find multiple listings for the same business, I could report that business. Now, before I get into this video log and I start giving you the breakdown on all of this, I'm gonna share my screen with you, give you the facts. Make sure to hit the like on this video, drop a comment down below. I always enjoy hearing from you. It's super important that I hear from you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. I'm going to show you what the complaint form looks like and all those little details behind it, okay? So let me just transfer my screen here. Okay, cool. So now you can see my screen. So this is pretty much the complaint form. This form is apparently they're going to start adding it to each individual listing. That's just what people are saying. They have no clue yet. So far, like, the form is already up. Like, it's live. Like, you can, like, if I find the business and I want to report them, I'm a competitor or whatever, I could just fill out this form, and that'll pretty much be it. So, like they say here, I'll just read it. If you come across any misleading information or fraudulent activity on Google Maps related to the name, phone numbers, or URLs of a business, you may use this form to submit a complaint. Now, I want to bring my screen back here for a second, and I want to talk a little bit about this, because this is even more urgency, right? Like, as a local marketer, we're always looking for hooks and ways to approach different prospects locally. This is definitely a hook, man. And you have the proof right here. Like, it's right here for you to show that potential prospect and let them know, look, your competitors could take you out easily. Okay, all they got to do is fill out this form, and that's it. Like, your listing will disappear. Like, they'll put it on hold, they'll reach out to you and find out what's going on with your business. Okay, so again, this is for those of you, not for those of you, but for those businesses out there that have those bad reviews, those shady links, and they want to create multiple Google My Business listings. You got to pay attention to this. This is a big deal. All right, so I'm gonna just share my screen again. So moving forward, simple form. They'll just have to put in their name, contact, name of the entity, malicious content. You can see here the phone number, the URL, the address, the title. Identify the content on Google Maps that you claim might lead to fraudulent activity. You can, there's a drop down there. And if you want the link to it, just ask in the comments. I want to hear from you, so just go ahead and leave that in the comments. So there's a URL. Let's see here, find the public URL. Okay, cool. So they break that all down. Explain in detail why you believe the content on the above URLs is malicious, and to be on Google Maps, etc., etc. All right, so I have another screenshot here to share with you. Okay, so just from one of my resources that, just online, they specify the form is designed to help Google tackle some of the serious issues around bad and fraudulent information on Google Maps. Google said you should use the form if you come across misleading information or fraudulent activity on Google Maps related to the name, phone number, or URL of the business. You may use this form to submit a complaint. All right. So this is, again, for those businesses out there that don't like to respond to listings, okay? And I'm just educating our local marketers, you guys, those businesses that are out there, they're not responding to listings. Like my last vlog, they're not responding to those bad reviews. Their website isn't up to date. right? Like this is becoming a real big deal now. Now consumers can report this. They can take it a step further. So it's no longer just, all right, I'm gonna leave these guys a bad review, they're bad business. It's kind of like I'm going to fill out this form and I'm going to report them as well. And the minute, from what I'm hearing and talking to some people, the minute that you fill out this form, the listing is going to be put on hold. Like, and it's a whole big process, okay, to get it reinstated, and it's a big mess. So these are just some basic questions that people had. Like, do I get a response? You'll get a generic response. Like this is like after you submit the form, and I'll just bring my screen back here. Do I get a response with the report? You'll get a generic response, but it will just be like a social report where they tell you that since it's not a business you manage, you won't get an update on what happened. For this reason, I suggest setting a reminder yourself to check back in a few weeks. What if I want to report tons of locations at once? There is a spreadsheet upload option. Jesus, like that's, excuse my language, but that's a big deal. Like you can go ahead and you could report, you could take a business out. Like let's say you find a guy like a detail shop that's just going crazy, right? Like you got a bunch of listings, you collect them on a CSV, you upload it, you can report them like that. So this is something to pay attention to. Let's keep reading. Let's go back. What if I don't want to tell Google, Google the businesses it's impacting? Lots of business owners are reluctant to report spam because they don't want their competitors knowing they were the ones to report it. The safest bet is to just put NA in those fields. Can I use this form to report fake reviews? Not currently. You should send these requests to Google social support, excuse me. You can tweet them at Google My Business or message them on Facebook. Usually they respond in 1 to 5 days. So big deal, big problem. This is a huge deal. I just wanted to bring awareness to it just for the simple fact that Google is advancing. They're paying attention. They're seeing what's happening out there. You know, there's a lot of courses out there that basically tell you, yeah, you can form multiple links, multiple Google My Business listings, and that's all spamming. Keyword stuffing is not, according to what I'm reading here, that's not considered spamming, okay? That's all part of the process of creating content within your listing and things like that, relevant keywords. That's cool, they're not against that. But they're making it way easier for people to submit complaints is what I'm saying here. So for those of you and you watching, this is just bringing awareness to this. These are things that you can update your prospects with. Like you could update them on this, let them know what's going on, why this is a big problem. Because again, where there's a problem, there's a solution. I mean, that's without a doubt. This game is all about that. This game is all about solving problems. And again, if you're not about solving problems, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video log, but clearly you are. So this is a big problem. This is something that you want to bring up to the attention. Any questions that you had down below, definitely let me know. Let me see what other information I have here. I'm just gonna bring give me just a second here. I'm gonna bring my screen share back, and there we go. So this is just more on this discussion. This is actually 2 days ago. Hey everyone, I'd like to let you know about the new way to report fraudulent activity related to Google, related to businesses and Google Maps. If you come across a business name, phone number, URL on Google Maps that leads to fraudulent activity, you can now submit a complaint form. Again, even though they say, yeah, well, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like bad reviews or whatever. Like these guys pay attention to this stuff. Like they pay close attention to this. So I'm sure like they'll put that listing on hold to find out, hey, what's going on or whatever. Or even if the listing isn't claimed, I find that sometimes there are businesses out there that have multiple listings and they're not claimed. So it's a big problem. And you can see this is a community manager. So this is, again, This is not anything that I'm making up here. This is a big deal. So I hope that you got value out of this video log. I'm going to continue to make them more, keeping you updated on Google My Business, the craziness that's going on, and lots more. I have good news. Next week, we're going to be working on putting together an awesome webinar. Barry and Itamar, I'm going to bring them back. We're going to be talking about SEO and fulfillment. If you're into that, let me know that in the comments. SEO, we know that is a big deal now, especially with Google My Business. We need to systemize our agencies, right, to make them super easy so we could just focus on, you know, closing those deals essentially. So we're going to talk more about that. Can't give too much away, but definitely look forward to it as well. So I'm Guillermo Mata. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.